What a game we have for you here. The first meeting of the year between two of the NFL's most hostile divisional rivals. This matchup always among the most anticipated games of the regular season. It's the Bengals going up against the Browns. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We're just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Tonight, we're on to week 2 in the NFL season as we've got a good one here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they can be well set up for the rest of the year.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by the former Texas Christian University Horned Frog, Andy Dalton.
And there's no substitute for experience in this league, and what it usually leads to, a whole lot of confidence. Andy Dalton is sharp with where to go with the football now. I think he sees reads before they actually even happen. He can sense them now, and he is one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL.
The first carry here for the former Golden Gopher. This is David Cobb. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And the offense trots out onto the field.
And A.J. Green is an absolute playmaker on the perimeter for his team.
Dalton throwing on second down. Green's got it over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
There's nothing like getting out of the gate and finding your favorite target. Andy Dalton just did that with A.J. Green.
And some people call that a nice fantasy football connection as well.
Yeah, they're piling up the points that way, and they want to see that continue.
Here's Cobb. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They stay on the ground with Cobb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. And a look at the defense now. But it also lead to a 4th down.
That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Back to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. 23 yards on the play. And now a first down following that long gain.
Come on, let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
Mario Williams broke into the league as a star defensive end. Now he's wreaking havoc as an outside linebacker.
Let's go.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to have a third down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And that is incomplete. One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 0-0 our score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move as they face a second down here.
Watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. Let's go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Deep drop. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Carlos Dunlap. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And what they're challenging here is the spot of the ball, and this is probably the hardest challenge to win.
So difficult because the speed of the game, the angles of the cameras, your angle from the sideline watching the play can often fool you into thinking that the ball should be placed in a different spot.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this will come up short.
And out now, here come the Bengals. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And that's complete. It's Green here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second down now after the pass completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. They keep it on the ground. Cobb again. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up fourth. And it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give them a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
He'll drop to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Give him 18 on that one. And it's good enough for a Cleveland first down. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with Larry Ridley for highlights and analysis of our first half of play. Not too many highlights yet, at least in terms of scoring plays, that is.
Yeah, but hang in there. We might get something these last 2 minutes.
Let's go!
They'll look to throw here on first down. This will be caught at the 2. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. They'll stick with the passing game. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. Caught Eifert over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And they're going to speed things up here. Dalton throwing on second down. And his throw is incomplete. And the offense in that middle ground here on third down, 5 yards to go. They send Green to the left on his own. Third down from the gun, Dalton. And that's complete to LaFell. Past the 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Holding offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. Oh, nice move. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now we get a look at the captain of this offense heading back out there now. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
Let's go!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. He's got his man on the crossing route. The 13 yards that time at a first. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And never mind, Larry. These two teams apparently anxious to get back at it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
He'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll set up to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They're trying to establish that running game, but they're really having trouble, aren't they?
Yeah, when you're running against a really good 4-3 defense, that means you've got big guys inside who control things. Those big defensive tackles are making it very difficult to find open space. Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A gain of 13 and also a first down.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Their big tight end, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
False start, offense.
So the penalty by the offense, and now they face a 1st and 15. This will be Dalton again. Caught Eifert over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. And certainly not the same level of production this week as last. A couple of those catches last week, he was able to just find the soft spot, sit there, and corral it. I don't know what it is. He seems to be really covered up in this one, though.
Yeah, no soft spots here, and I put this on the play caller a little bit. Got to find some things that will shake him free. Maybe you change your formations and make him an isolated guy on the backside so it's a one-on-one route. Maybe you put him into a stack and maybe hide him a little bit so that maybe he finds some place to run. You've just got to come up with different opportunities to get the ball in his hands just to get him open and get him moving.
And it'll be Dalton again. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Time running out here on the play clock. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Back to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Let's go.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
Flex round. Flex round. Here we go.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So it'll be first down here after the run. They go play action here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They'll drop the throw. Can't find anyone open. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. Time for a break. And this is incomplete. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. A first down throw coming for Dalton. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Dalton, 1st and 10. And this is caught at the 8. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Boyd, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now a handoff here to his running back. Cuts back right and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They come out here in the I. That one looks like he'll throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Come on, let's go!
Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. The Bengals with 2 extra DBs, a nickel look on 3rd.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Browns, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head down to San Diego for a matchup with the Chargers. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.